Tom here again with another off-script review due to how badly tidying my room is going. This is a game that I don't really ever see anyone bring up for the Super Nintendo, and it's one that I remember quite fondly. It's a game that I saw multiple times on game shows at the time, like Games Master or Games World I'm pretty sure, and I saw it a lot in magazines as well, yet I don't ever see anyone bring it up when they think of Super Nintendo games that are worth a shot if you've never played them before. This is of course Unirally for the Super Nintendo. The game itself is pretty simple. Choose your unicycle that you want to race as, doesn't matter which one unless you have a preference of colour and name, which you can actually change anyway, and set out across multiple races or trick levels. The controls are super simple as well. You basically just hold whichever direction you want to go in and can pull off tricks in the air to give yourself a speed boost if you land them correctly. The early levels don't really have that much challenge to them, it's either just a drag race or just hold one direction until the finish line. It does start to change up though when you start getting ramps, jumps, and even sludge on a floor which will slow down your unicycle. This is probably the biggest challenge in the whole game to be fair, but at the same time, because the levels are so short, it doesn't take too long to remember what you're meant to do, and the way the levels are actually laid out really helps you know what's coming up. If you look at the floor that you're racing on, you can usually tell what's coming up. So green generally means you're safe, yellow might mean an obstacle, and red might mean something like a massive jump or a corkscrew that's going to change your direction. The computer isn't too hard to beat, but it's very rare that they cock up a jump or go through some of the sludge. What it usually boils down to is you pulling off tricks at absolutely any point you can to try and keep your speed as high as possible. So as long as you don't slow down or accidentally wipe out on a jump, you just need to hold the right direction, you should be good to win. There's not that many modes to choose between. There's a single player where you just pick which level you want to race or trick out on, and then once you manage to get them all up to a certain level, you just basically go up to the next rank of it and have to compete against stronger opponents. There's a 2-player version of that as well if you'd like to go through it, but there's also a league which you can set up with up to 8 different races. I do remember playing this 2-player, and it is quite a bit harder because your screen size is shrunk, meaning that you can't really see when you're going to land off jumps particularly well. Graphically it's super simple. In all honesty, it reminds me of a game off the Amiga more than it does of a game on the Super Nintendo. The backgrounds aren't really anything to speak of, nor the actual detail on the unicycles or the tracks. There's not a lot really to talk about here. The music is catchy, and while there's not many songs to listen to, what is here is quite fun. Either way, it is a fun game all around. It can be a bit more challenging once you get to the higher level races, but other than that, it's well worth a playthrough. As for now, I'm going to get back to tidying my room so I can actually record a proper video. I've been Tom from Jakejames Gaming, thanks for watching and have a great gaming day.